Alright guys, what's up? It's Oz here to see Obix. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 video. This is going to be a little commentary. It's been a while since I've done one of these. What I'm playing right now, I'm playing with the FAL. This is standoff, I think. Yeah, it's standoff. Doesn't mean in the background. You guys can go ahead and just watch that if you guys want. But I was just talking with I was talking with one of my friends yesterday. Like we were playing CS:GO, that we were like having a Skype conversation. And then the whole topic of like tipping people, like just like the restaurants came up, and like at first I didn't like think too much about like like not tipping them or tipping them or tipping the waitress or the waiters or whatever. But if you like, you got to think about it. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when you don't tip them or whatever, I feel like they would get like upset that like you didn't tip them. But my issue with that is like you're doing your job. Like you're literally doing your job, and the whole tipping thing is if you do like any like extra work, if you fucking go above and beyond and this and that. So that's basically why people tip. People tip because you did your job, and more. You went above and beyond to like fulfill my fucking needs, fulfill my customer service expectations or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I try not to cuss. I'm gonna try not to cuss as much, but yeah, like if they want to be tipped, then they usually kind of like do a little bit more work than the average person or average waiter does. But the people who get upset because they don't get tipped, like I don't get it, because you're literally doing your job. Like you're already getting paid, especially here in California. For those who don't know, here in California, waiters get paid minimum wage. So it's not like the fucking third world states like Alabama and North Carolina and those kind of states that for if you guys live over there. That was a joke. I know you guys aren't third world states, but like over there the minimum wage is like it's set, but the waiters get paid less than minimum wage because they get most of the money off of like tips and stuff. But here in California, you get paid minimum wage, and then the tips are like a little bit extra. I live here in San Francisco. The minimum wage here is $13, so people get $13 an hour, and if they get tips, they get extra tips. And then there was a couple of days ago where I saw this girl on Snapchat. She was complaining like, oh, if I served you blah blah blah, I expect you to tip blah blah blah. But like when I saw that, I got pretty pissed because like no, like you don't have to tip if you don't want to tip. Like you could tip if you want to, but for the most part you don't have to. Like you're not making like for them. I'm talking to like the waiters. Like you're not making the food, you're just bringing the food. And like yeah, you have to deal with shitty customers, but there's like a lot of other jobs that have to deal with like more shittier customers on a daily basis rather than just like the waiters. There's more jobs that require like a higher like customer service that like require like them to do a whole lot for the customer than just bring their food or bring their water, whatever. And like yeah, like you check up on them and like you ask if they needed like an extra glass of water, fucking like an extra like if they're done with a check, whatever. But that's literally like that's doing nothing. Like I could be a waiter here in SF and make more money than I'm making right now. Yeah, I mean you could say that. Like here in SF, I'm pretty sure you can make bank being a waiter, especially with like here living in downtown. There's like a bunch of like tourists here. There's a bunch of like just like people who like just would rather spend like their money and like because there's a lot of shopping places around. Like I'm thinking about Cheesecake Factory right now. I have my Cheesecake Factory in my head. That's where I'm kind of talking about because it's like literally in the center of the Union Square. And I'm pretty sure the people who work there make bank. And like the people who actually make the cooks, those are the people who actually make the food. Those are the people who like actually do more work than the waiters. The waiters just literally bring the shit to you and then like ask you if you need any other like small little things, and that's it. Like and then after that, they go to like the water fountain or to the the fucking cashier box or whatever the fuck it is, and then they talk to their coworkers. And I'm just talking about experience. I see that happen a lot. People just like literally after they finish like bringing your food, they go back and they start talking to like their coworkers or whatever. That's like I guess I'm ranting a little bit, but that's my issue with like the tipping and tipping waiters. Like the only way I tip is if they do like actually good job, or if like they give me free shit. Like the last time I tipped was like at a bar, and it's because the waitress got me a free drink. And they're like, okay, well I'm gonna want to come here again, and then that because she gave me a free drink, and then with this and that, whatever. But I don't know. I just want to hear you guys' opinion. That's mine. Do you guys tip when you guys go to like, you know, restaurants, bars, whatever the fuck it is? Or do you guys not tip? Or if you are like a waiter, waitress, and if people don't tip, look at that 23 now. Do you get like, you know, offended, or do you get like disappointed, or like whatever, you're upset because they don't tip you? Give me your thoughts. It's gonna be a quick little video. If you like the video, subscribe, go ahead and do all that good stuff, and catch you guys later.